There's only one condition that would make a reboot of 2.5 Men work. Over the past decade or so, it seems as though every classic sitcom has gotten a revival or reboot in some form. Frasier, Full House, Will and Grace, Roseanne, That's So Raven, Murphy Brown, Mad About You, Saved by the Bell, Punky Brewster, and Night Court all came back for new seasons with their original stars reprising their roles. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came back as a grounded, gritty drama. Seinfeld subverted this trend by doing an in-universe revival in Curb Your Enthusiasm. 2.5 Men seems primed for the reboot treatment. Not only is it still popular after all these years, it ended on a massively disappointing note, so a revival could make up for that. 2.5 Men's finale is one of the worst TV endings of all time. It retcons Charlie Harper's death to turn him into a vindictive monster, then it crushes him with a piano and breaks the fourth wall for a petty jab at Charlie Sheen himself. A reboot could redeem that terrible ending, but only on one condition. A 2.5 Men reboot should only happen if it's about Charlie, Jake, and Alan. If Walden is involved, I'm not interested. If 2.5 Men came back for a new season, it would have to be about Charlie, Jake, and Alan, the titular 2.5 Men. I have no interest in watching a revival of the version of 2.5 Men starring Ashton Kutcher as Walden Schmidt. That version already went on for far too long in its original form. What makes 2.5 Men a classic is the first 8 seasons with Charlie, Jake, and Alan. If it's rebooted, it needs to bring them back and pretend the other 4 seasons were a bad dream. 2.5 Men was a different show without Charlie and Jake. It was a much worse show, too. Amber Tamblyn smiling as Jenny Harper in 2.5 Men with Ashton Kutcher as Walden Schmidt sitting next to her. Midway through production of the 8th season of 2.5 Men, Sheen was fired from the show due to his worsening substance abuse issues and a personal feud with series creator Chuck Lorre. When season 9 premiered, it opened with Charlie's funeral, where Lorre got to air his grievances against the actor in a very public forum. Sheen was replaced with Kutcher, playing an immature tech billionaire who buys Charlie's house and inexplicably allows Alan, a perfect stranger, to keep living in the guest bedroom. After season 10, Jake's actor Angus T. Jones left the show due to his moral objections to its chauvinistic humor. He was replaced by Amber Tamblyn as Charlie's long-lost illegitimate daughter Jenny. In seasons 11 and 12, Alan was the only member of the main cast who was still around. It just didn't feel like the same show anymore. It started out as a heartwarming story about a carefree bachelor becoming a loving family man as he reconnects with his estranged brother and nephew, but it became a stoner comedy about a naive billionaire. What the cast of 2.5 Men has said about a reboot. John Cryer has cast doubt on a potential revival. Charlie and Alan talking to Jake as he reads in 2.5 Men. While there's been a lot of speculation about a 2.5 Men reboot, there have been no solid announcements from the cast. Sheen and Lorre have buried the hatchet following their bitter feud, which led to Lorre casting Sheen in a guest role in his show Bookie, so it's possible that the two would be open to reviving 2.5 Men and collaborating again. A 2.5 Men reboot could ignore Charlie's death the same way the Halloween reboot ignored all the previous sequels, but John Cryer, who played Alan, had a doubtful response to a possible reboot, because he doesn't want to work with Sheen again. He said that he loves Sheen and wishes him the best, but he has no inclination to get in business with him. After a rough experience on the tumultuous 8th season of 2.5 Men, it's understandable that Cryer is wary of risking another brush with that kind of toxic, unstable working environment.